Hey Gear Seekers, I'm Nick. A couple of weeks ago when we did the Skater XL build, I promised that we'd do an all-white themed build again, but with custom water cooling. So that's exactly what we did here. So let's roll the intro and then we'll chat about all the things. Let's do it. As usual with these builds, we build with parts we have on hand to inspire you guys to build beautiful PCs of your own. The idea for this PC was to be all black and white, and the mix of black and white is grey, so we went with that with the coolant. And yeah, let's see how this all came together, and I'm going to chat about all of the weird things that happened that made this build come to life. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite part of the build. It's time to do a peel. This build, just as a bit of a insight into this build's taken us, how many days? 3 days now. Oh, wow. 3 entire days, and sometime in this video I'll explain why it took so long. But yeah, time to do a peel, so let's do it. First, we're gonna do the inside peel. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, Peel Corp is, man, the guys at Peel Corp will be really happy about this one. Our friends over at Peel Corp, they would have loved that inside one. Time for the outside. Can we get a nice one as well? While we're here doing some things with our friends over at Peel Corp, we have Peel Corp merch. It is live on the Gear Seekers merch store. There's a link in the description if you guys want to check it out. We've done a couple social posts about it, and you guys are actually buying a lot of stuff, which is very surprising because we dropped the price as low as we possibly could. So yeah, a little bit of a merch plug. Get some Peel Corp merch, link in the description. Speaking of Peel Corp, that's pretty good. All right, what time is it, Claire? Is it time for B-roll?
Do it.
Oh, all right, let's do it. All right, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed this build. There's a bit of a few stories that transpired for this whole thing to come together. And it's a combination of like things that happened with the build and things that happened in real life. Where do we start, Claire? On Friday, I started this build and I was having some nice progress with it, and then around about 8 p.m. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bend the tubes, and then I was just too tired, so I didn't end up bending them. So Saturday morning, which was yesterday morning, so just take this into account, to plan this and get it all done, it took me the whole day Friday up until maybe 7 or 8 p.m. from the morning. Usually these builds would take me like 5 hours maximum to actually put together, max. But this was, I don't know, there was something, I don't know, a different vibe. I was kind of dragging my feet and I was working on other things at the same time. Anyway, Saturday rocks around and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna bend the tubes first thing in the morning. I do the first tube run and then I'm using my pipe cutter and I cut the tube and it cracks. And I'm like, oh, I was wondering why this pipe wasn't scratching at all. Like I don't like think about that kind of stuff when I'm building, because we only ever really use PETG, and I'm like, oh, this is acrylic pipe. So I had to whip out the Dremel and cut it with the Dremel and clean it all up with the Dremel. It actually works out being nicer when you're using acrylic pipe because it doesn't scratch. It looks more like glass. We've used it a lot in the past, but I literally just didn't even register because it's such a weird tube size. It's got a 10 mil inner diameter and a 14 mil outer diameter, and that is actually quite a weird size. Anyway, so that was the first thing that happened yesterday. And so initially I was gonna go with clear coolant for the build. And I was like, yeah, that looks cool, blah, blah, blah. It'll go really nicely. So then I'm like, you know what, let's go for black coolant, right? So that was the idea initially, black coolant. I couldn't get my hands on any black coolant or any other colored coolant because I don't have that much in stock, because we just usually get rid of it once we're done with it. So I messaged our buddy Corey from Designs by IFR. He doesn't live too far, like 40 kilometers away or something like that. So last night I decided to scoot on over to his place to pick up some white coolant and some black dye. And he said, yeah, it's probably gonna go gray. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. The gray will look pretty cool. So we went out there. On the way home last night, they have those road plates where they like fix the road, and we hit the road plate with the car, and I literally said to Claire, I said, these kind of road plates like pop tires, hey, like they just pop tires, and it just didn't sound good. And we pulled in for fuel at one of the fuel stations on the highway, and we drove out again. We probably got another 5 kilometers down the road, and in our car, the dash warning came up and said, hey, your front right tire is low on pressure. I'm like, yeah, maybe a little bit of air got let out when we hit the road plate, because I've had this happen hundreds of times. Like I've had cars forever, whatever. And we got close to home, just off the highway, and it felt funny, and I rolled down the window because it was raining as well. So I rolled down the window and you hear like the tires pop. So the tire popped. And then on top of that, we pulled into like this side street. I don't know, I'm going on a full story thing, but I just want to tell you guys, because this is why this build turned out the way it did, basically. Pull into this side street, and because we drive an RS3, it doesn't have a spare tire. It's got the inflation kit that basically fills up the tires, filler foam. We did that, called up our buddy Andrew. He followed us home with his car, so with his hazard lights on. So I had my hazard lights on because I had to drive out on a main road to get home. Right, so we drove at like 40 kilometers an hour for about 5 or 6 kilometers down this road, and it was late at night, so it was okay, luckily, but it was excruciating. It was just like the longest drive ever. And then that was Saturday, and that was just like, I was like, this build, like everything that I'm doing for this build is just giving me a freaking headache, right? And then this morning, what I usually do is on Friday, I bench tested the CPU and the motherboard before, because I never used it before, because it's a W480 and it does support the 10900K. And I was like, you know what? Let's just test it anyway, make sure it works, blah, blah, blah. Bench tested it, fired it up, got Windows installed, did all that jazz. It was all good. So I pre-configured everything for this build before we even put it together with all the lighting and everything and blah, blah, blah. And then it gets to this morning, and what I usually do once the loop's complete and I haven't filled it yet, I'll just plug in an HDMI cable, plug in one of my camera monitors, and just turn on the power without, and like have the pumps unplugged, turn it on just to see if it posts, because We're not generating any heat with the loop. We just want to see if it displays something, and it wasn't posting at all. And then I went through this whole thing. We're trying to troubleshoot it. Thought it was the power supply. Thought it was all of these things, and ended up tearing the whole system down. Figured out what it was an M.2. It just didn't want to work. And yeah, and here we are, 3 days later, when the build should have just taken 1 day. So that's my story. Hopefully that was entertaining for you, but it was an absolute nightmare for me. And I'll put a PC part picker list down below in the description if you want to know what all the parts are. And we make all the music here. And yeah, so I'll quickly just chat about the parts just in case you're interested. It's a very interesting motherboard. It's a W480 Vision D from Gigabyte. It's a workstation board. It's got dual Thunderbolt 3, and it's really designed for their new 10th Gen Xeon CPUs, but it does work with their desktop chips as well. Supports ECC and all that jazz as well. The RAM is 32 gigs of Corsair Dominator Platinum White RGB. It's a brand new RAM sent from Corsair. It looks absolutely gorgeous. CPUs, the 10900K. 2080 Super Waterforce from Gigabyte. You're probably wondering why I didn't use the Corsair Hyrdo X water block. If you know anything about water cooling, there's a few issues with the water blocks at the moment, and I didn't want to have another issue with a GPU. And yeah, I just didn't feel like having that whole other thing, so I didn't end up using the Corsair Hyrdo X block. And also the 2080 Super that I thought was a founder's PCB, turned out it wasn't, so I couldn't use the block anyway. And this is the only water-cooled GPU I had that I didn't have a fuss around it with that would suit this build anyway, so I went with it. What else? Basically, that's it. It's all QL fans, all Hydro X water cooling gear, all Hydro X fittings. I'll put like a Hydro X configurator in the description as well. The top radiators are 420mm rad. It's absolutely massive. It's a slim rad. It's the only one you can fit in the top really. And there's a chunky 360 up the front. It's a very nice loop. I quite like the system. It's just a shame that I can't keep this system permanently because yeah, I've got no room for it and no use for it. So yeah, it's purely a showcase build. I just wanted to use some Hydro X gear because we haven't done it on the channel yet. And I also wanted to show these things off. This video is not sponsored by Corsair or anything like that, but I thought these are really cool, the new like light tower things. I don't know, I've seen them around and Corsair sent us a set of them a little while ago and I'm like, hey, these would look cool to put in the video. So yeah, we use them as a little bit of ambient lighting and stuff for the video. And I know people are gonna ask about what they were, so I decided to like put it in the video and just quickly talk about them because we get questions about all this kind of stuff all the time. But yeah, I think we're done. I'm done. I've talked enough. I'm completely done with this build and I hope you enjoyed that little bit of story time. I can't believe all this madness happened for this build. So yeah, it was, this build cost me a lot of time and now I've got to replace all the tires on our car, which is going to cost me a lot of money. But yeah, I feel like life. I feel like I've been complaining to you guys a lot lately. Yeah. I have, but yeah, it's just been, the last week has been really hard. I'm going to be honest with you, it's been incredibly hard and that's just life. That's the way it is. Anyways, hope you guys are well. Hope you're staying safe. Wear a face mask. And I'm your boy Nick with Gear Seekers. You peek, we seek. And I'm out of here. I'm done. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But I'm done. I need sleep. It's been too stressful for me. See you later. Goodbye. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All of the things. Goodbye.